Costa Rica Lifestyle, 3 things you should know to get the most out of living here. A few years ago, I retired from being an international speaker and author to create a conscious community in Costa Rica with a group of friends. Join us on the adventure. So a few things you really want to think about before you consider where you're moving to in Costa Rica. The first is, do you want to live at the beach or do you want to live in the mountains? Now, I know most of you have this fantasy in your mind of what living at the beach is like, and I won't diss that because I enjoy getting my toes in the sand and walking along the beach early in the morning just like everyone else. But if you're moving to the beach, and especially if you're coming from a northern climate where you're trying to escape being trapped indoors all day with central heating and you really are craving the outdoors like I was, then you really want to think about where's the ideal climate. And in Costa Rica, the Goldilocks zone, where everyone does indoor-outdoor living, is actually up in the mountains. When you live between about 3,000 foot to maybe 3,400 or 3,600 feet elevation above sea level, the weather is always perfect. You will be between maybe 24 and 35 degrees Celsius all the time. That's probably mid-70s to low 90s in Fahrenheit. And you're not stuck indoors in the afternoon. It's about 2 in the afternoon right now. And it's perfect outside. It's maybe low 90 degrees, but I don't feel like I have to retreat indoors. I can sit here and enjoy my book and enjoy the afternoon. One of the reasons we chose a mountain location to build Vista Mundo Retreat Center was just that. As a Canadian, I did not want to escape central heating, to be stuck indoors all day with air conditioning. The next thing you really want to think about is living like a local. Costa Ricans have a real Pura Vida attitude where they hold patience and kindness as really highly held values. It's important to understand that a lot of the road systems or banking systems in Costa Rica, they're coming up rapidly, but they aren't where North American and European systems are. So you will have a much better time living here if you just learn to have a bit of patience. Don't get demanding, don't get arrogant. Just accept that some things in this country might take a little more. It might take you a little longer to drive somewhere because there's farm vehicles in front of you and there aren't multi-lane roads. It might take you a little longer at the bank because the banking machines aren't quite as good. Pura Vida. It's worth it to live here, to accept a few inconveniences for the privilege of living in paradise and the privilege in living in such a beautiful, awesome culture where the people are so welcoming and so lovely. The third thing you really want to embrace in the Costa Rica lifestyle is eating like a local. There is a reason Costa Rica is a blue zone, and if you don't know what a blue zone is, it means it's one of the top areas in the world where there's the highest number of centenarians, people who live past the age of 100. And everywhere in Costa Rica you see lots of family systems where the family's all living in community. There might be 4 or 5 houses in a very tight space where they're all related. The grandparents usually live in one house, and then there's the children and their children will live in the houses next door. And the elderly all have important roles within the family. They are often involved in the family business or helping with the gardens, etc. And one of the most important things about Blue Zone living is the Blue Zone diet. Costa Ricans, especially rural Costa Ricans, eat a very fresh, almost like a paleo diet, whole grains. They do a lot of their own cooking. They don't eat a lot of processed foods. And if you live that way, and I highly recommend shopping at the locals farmers markets if you're going to live that way. We're here at Vista Mundo Retreat Center. We're only about 20 minutes from the San Ramon Farmers Market, which is the biggest farmers market in the whole country. And there you can get fresh fish and fresh coconuts and fresh made sausages and some of the best cheese you will ever eat on the frickin' planet. And when you eat that way, it's not only way healthier, but it's a lot more economical. Your cost of living goes way down and your longevity goes way up. So I highly encourage you, if you're thinking about moving here, to really adopt the Costa Rican lifestyle and embrace it fully, because your quality of life will go way up and your longevity will go way up and your stress will go way down. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And please leave comments about other topics you'd love for us to do videos on. It really helps us to know what you're thinking and what you're interested in finding out more about.